What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? How y'all doing? Happy Wednesday. It's Wednesday today. These weeks have been like run-on weeks for me, so excuse me for not even knowing. Yeah, I'm live. I don't know why this says he hasn't started yet. Anyways, where are we at here? Forgive me for cursing, but damn. Hello, BB super fans. What's up, everybody? Hey, besties. He hasn't even started yet. What's up, Edward? Crazy Veto meeting. Hello, Colleen and Ma. So the episode tricked me. I told y'all I wasn't going to do a Big Brother recap, but the reason why I ended up doing Big Brother instead of the challenge is because I don't have the MTV app. Actually, I think I probably could have actually watched the MTV app because I have my Spectrum. I have my Spectrum app on my phone, so I probably would have been able to watch MTV via my Spectrum app, but I didn't think of that in the moment. So I knew I wasn't going to be home early enough to watch the challenge. And plus, it's a challenge 0.5, so it's not even the first episode for real. Next week is the first episode of the challenge. So I had to start watching. I had to choose, and I was basically watching Big Brother on my Paramount Plus app right after I finished my race. I ran a race. I thought the race was going to be 7 o'clock, and then I was going to be able to be home by 8. But then when I got there, they were like, oh, the men's race starts at 7 o'clock. The women's race starts at 7. The men's race starts at 7:30. And I'm like, oh, there goes my ability to get home before this race ends or before the show starts. So anyways, I watched Big Brother. I didn't take any notes. I'm just going off the cuff with this. And I mean, for me, because of the fact that most of this is stuff that I already saw on the feeds, I was actually kind of hoping to see more of the post-veto drama, especially the way the narrator started it. I wish I had written down exactly how he said it, but it was dramatic. Like the most epic and the most wild and the most crazy veto ceremony of all time. And it could have been, but we didn't see the aftermath. And the aftermath was really what I was looking for, but they're saving all that for Thursday. So, you know how I always say they traditionally make the Wednesday episodes the best? This time around, I think they intentionally did not make the Wednesday episode the best. All right. So what's up, Edward, Colleen, Cass, Ma, YTC, Sarah, and who else? Did I miss anybody? The veto meeting was nearly as long as the comp. So good. How do you vote? I just posted that. Hold on a minute. It looked like it's not like a text thing like it's been before. I think it was, I'll tell you in a second. Yeah, I just posted this for somebody else. CBS.com/BBVote. Let me see if I can somebody put that in the chat? CBS.com/BBVote. That's how you vote for America's veto. So it's so funny how I just made this thing yesterday where I was talking about how Kenny, they showed that Tucker was talking about how Kenny was warned not to talk about going home. They did a whole montage about Kenny wanting to go home. Oh, I feel like I'm in the game now. Now I feel like I want to go home. Now I feel like I want to play. And now I feel like I want to go home. So I'm like, you're telling him not to do that. However, you're making it a thing in the actual episode. Thank you, Cass. You're making it a thing in the actual episode. So all this time, Tucker was convinced that Lisa had the power, even though Angela already told him Lisa does not have the power. Quinn has the power. But he was like, No, Lisa has it. I'm sure because whatever Quinn thinks has to be accurate. So after Lisa goes home, Tucker is like, I'm starting to think there's some validity to Quinn having the power and not Lisa. Hmm. She might have a point about that. So then it shows something that I didn't actually know. Maybe some of y'all already knew, but Kenny was planning to take down Angela too. So Kenny wanted to take down Angela and Tucker wanted to take down Angela, but both for different reasons. Kenny was talking about going home. So Tucker, as we already kind of knew, was trying to take Angela off the blocks because he was like, the best chance of Quinn losing in that AI arena is if I go next to him. It's like, let's shake things up. So he was talking to Quinn about it, Cedric about it, and Cedric never really seemed convinced. I know that at one point, Cedric kind of agreed in the sense that he didn't really strongly disagree, but Tucker was basically saying like this would be an exciting Big Brother play, and Cedric was like, it's going to be exciting one way or another, which in other words, Cedric was basically saying it could be epic in terms of it goes exactly how you say it's going to go, or it could be epic in terms of you don't take yourself down and then all of a sudden you're the one who goes home. But if y'all notice, they did not include so much stuff, and unless they're trying to show it out of chronological order, they did not show the shake it up thing with Tucker and Cedric and Kenny. They did not show that shake it up alliance that was made. They did not show the discussions about potentially getting Quinn home. They did not show Cedric being like, you don't have the votes. They skipped all that. So I'm like, are they going to try to squeeze that all into Thursday, like every single bit of that into Thursday? Or are they just going to skip that part for the viewers? All right, where are we at with these comments? There's a lot of comments that I missed. I mean, Ma doesn't notice in 2 years, but I live by an airport. So for those who are new, I live by an airport. JFK Airport is like, what, 8-minute drive, and the airplanes fly over my head all day. So if that amuses you, you're going to be amused every single live because they fly over my head every single live, every single day. Airplanes, airplanes, airplanes. I want to vote for Quinn, but I feel like it'll be a waste. I need help. People have said that Quinn would be the most exciting outcome, and he probably would. He's in my draft, so I don't want him to be up there for that reason. But if I was just watching without draft ties, I probably would think that Quinn being up there was exciting. But on the other hand, Quinn and Tucker are both interesting players. So for the interest of the game, I would rather this showdown happen way down the line, not week 3. Like, it's too early for that. Excuse me. Hey, Joan. I put my 10 on Joseph. Cedric for AFP. He might get it. Hey, Lewis, by the way, what's up? I put 5 on Quinn and 5 on Joseph. Edward is feel like many are voting for Quinn or undecided. Wait. Many are voting Quinn or Joseph. Yeah, I've heard Joseph too. I like Cedric. Quinn got some bad edits. Quinn probably will have the most votes. Yeah, they did kind of line up Quinn a little bit. I'm like, at this point, it's annoying me because y'all remember I was actually defending. Let's see if I can make this light better. That doesn't really make it much better, but I was just kind of feeling like that light in the back felt like the sun. Yes, I'm wondering that too, because that's the thing that I hate. So many, like thousands, hundreds and thousands probably of people apply for Big Brother every year, and it's like it's almost distasteful to me for somebody to keep saying they want to go. Like I generally have an understanding that you get there, you're isolated, you miss your family, your friends, your loved ones, especially if you have kids and a family and a wife and everything, or a husband, depending on who you are. But to be like, vote me out or send me home every day, it's too much, man. Thursday was always the best. I always think Wednesday episodes are the best. Kenny can't make up his mind if he wants to stay. I'm so annoyed by that because Kenny will be like having these serious heart to hearts with people, and then he'll talk about he wants to go, and then he'll be like, now that I won the veto, I want to stay, or he'll be like, yesterday I wanted to go, but now that I'm in this veto comp, you know, I have this renewed energy because I want to stay in the game, Boston strong. And I'm like, bro, either you want to stay or you want to go. It is what it is. Just just stop playing with people at this point. Stop playing with your housemates and stop playing with the fans. You either want to stay or you want to go. The production is mocking him for it now. I wish Mustache would go. Looks like Quinn is getting voted by America, but they ain't gonna vote him out. Well, it doesn't matter who. Like, if they vote up Quinn, then that means Quinn competes in the AI tournament, and then if Quinn happened to win, he's off. If Quinn loses, then either let's see, yeah, Kenny's still there. Kenny or Tucker win, they come off. So it'll either be if Quinn stayed up there and he didn't win the AI, it would be Quinn versus Tucker or Quinn versus Kenny, and then the house votes. America does not decide who goes out of the house. America just decides who's the third person sitting on the block. Cass already put it in the chat. You goofy man. I don't know what that's a response to. I had no clue Kenny was talking about taking Angela down. I didn't know either. I feel like they took it out of the feed. He's insane. Go home. That's why you shouldn't vote Quinn. I did know. I just like pointing it out every time. I do feel for Chemo. Oh yeah. They showed I mean, we already knew that Chemo liked Tucker, but I can't believe that he was making game admissions based on the fact that he likes Tucker. That's the part of it that I don't like. That gives me Matthew, I think his name was Matthew, and Kevin from Big Brother Canada vibes. Colleen, whoever gets put up ain't getting voted out. That's debatable if Quinn gets put up. I feel like that's debatable if Quinn gets put up. Rubina, there's been like 1 or 2 episodes where they had a lot of Rubina, but generally there hasn't been much Rubina. There was not much Cam in this episode either. It's going to be boring next week because Quinn is going to control the week. That's the whole funny thing about it. Next week is week 4, so he said that he's going to use the power. So that means that anybody who actually wins the HOH, it's kind of like if he's still in the house, that is, it's more like a symbolic HOH because that means that they know that he has the choice. I don't think Tucker has lost his mind. I think that Tucker is just Tucker. You know what I mean? I feel like it was hard for him for 2 weeks not to do anything, not to do much of anything, because he still was doing things. He was volunteering himself to go on the block, but I think his personality is like a go big or go home type of personality, and he couldn't hold it back anymore. So that's why we ended up in the spot where we ended up. That's my opinion on Tucker. Tucker gonna Tucker. Hi, King. Kenny is giving 60 Days season 5. I have to think about what. Oh, season 5 was the first season that I watched, but I don't know. I'm like the only person in the core group who hasn't seen it. The vote is for who you want on the block, not AFP yet. Kenny or Tucker is going home. Let's hope Cedric doesn't get AFP. I like Cedric. Is this Kenny's strategy? I'm starting to feel like it is. Did any of you watch what's that show? The Traders, the first Traders US season with Kate, where at first Kate, I felt like she genuinely wanted to go home. Then she kept saying it, and then everybody was like, "There's no trader that would be trying to throw herself out this much." Like I feel like when he started talking, it was not strategy; it was genuine. Like I want to go home, but then I think after a while, it became a rope-a-dope strategy. Yeah, and then possibly the whole collective is going to target him because Cedric, after that whole storm of Tucker cursing him out, Cedric is not working with him anymore. So Cedric is going to want to get him out too because he knows that Tucker declared, "You're my number one target now." And he knows that him and Quinn are like 1A and B. So in the event that Quinn and Tucker both stayed next week, it's just a matter of who wins the HOH. The other is going up. I think Quinn handled his. I don't think he handled his. As soon as he told Angela, that was the end, the beginning of the end for him. I think that he played his power terribly. Terribly. Thanks for the advice, everyone. You're welcome, my guy. Angela come in like a lion, but she'll remain like a lamb. Yeah, I mean, at this point, just even though she came in so strongly, nobody considers her a threat. So I believe she can float for a while. I really do. I think I've already pointed this out, but I don't know what possessed MJ and Quinn. MJ's power, I understand MJ telling about her power more than I understand Quinn. And frankly, like MJ's power. So when Matt went out of the house and everybody knew that she was one of the 3 votes for Matt to stay, she went into the next week with no alliances and nobody was really messing with her like that. So I felt like in her case, telling about that power that she had kept her off the block the next week and kept her off the block initially this week until things shifted. So I'm not really mad at MJ telling about her power, but Quinn, that's another story. Kenny is not the target. They all said that Kenny's not the target. I mean, I don't know if y'all saw something different on the feeds, but I didn't even see that on the feeds about Kenny being the target. I know people are annoyed with Kenny, but in terms of threats, they definitely view Tucker as a bigger threat over Kenny. And if Quinn was on there, they would definitely view Quinn as a bigger target over Kenny. Kenny versus Quinn. Quinn goes home. Kenny goes home. I'm sorry. Tucker versus Quinn equals Tucker goes home. Hey, Ebony. I think Kenny is just a sore loser. I kind of tend to think that too. When things are going his way, he's all in. And they don't go his way, he wants to go home. They've been talking about keeping Tucker over Kenny. But who's they? Because why would Cedric want Tucker to stay over Kenny when Tucker was like, "I'm coming for that ass." Like, I don't understand why Cedric would want Tucker to stay. I don't know who the people you're talking about is, but the collective, which is the majority of the votes, have all said they want Tucker out unless something has changed. Cedric was saying that he doesn't want to work long term with Quinn. I know, but the thing about him not wanting to work long term with Quinn, I get that. But I think that in his case, it would be in his best interest to still have Quinn in the house, especially if Tucker was still in the house, because Tucker doesn't like either of them. But if Quinn's out of the house, obviously his number one target is now Cedric, and he told him that directly. They need 6 votes to keep Tucker. They don't have it. They do not have it unless somebody switches. I don't have a strong favorite. I honestly don't have a strong favorite. Like, I could tell you based on my 2 drafts that I'm in, Quinn. I want Quinn to win in a sense of I want to win my draft, but take the draft out of it. Favorite player? It's hard because nobody in this season really sticks out and stands out to me yet. Ask me that question in 2 to 3 weeks, and I might have a better answer for you. Hi, Lisa. Quinn said he's going to use the power and put up Angela and Kenny. That would be hilarious if he did that. That would be absolutely hilarious. Boring. What's boring? Everyone will probably throw then. Sure they do. I'm going to fly to Cali and sneak in the house and help him out. Bro sounded like he was on Xanax. Who sounded like he was on Xanax? Quinn said so he could win the draft. Quinn so he could win the draft, but I hope he does not. That's facts, ma. Will there be a battle back? Who knows, Lewis? We don't know whether there's going to be a battle back or not. Even if Angela, MJ, Lena, and Rubina vote Tucker to stay, he still needs 2 more votes. This is what I'm saying. The only way he gets those other votes is if somebody flips. And I'm not saying that it's impossible for people to flip, but as it looks right now, it would take a flip. It would take a flip. Cedric is boring. I don't think Cedric is boring at all. Mark's cutting out for you guys, or is it just me? I feel bad for who wins next week, HOH. I don't feel bad. I think that's a cool power. We want Matt back, for real. I said 60 days because that was the season all the people were quitting. He's the cop guy. Audio jump scare. Cedric versus Tucker will be entertaining if Tucker stays. So now we know that Quinn has beef with Tucker, MJ, and Tucker. Oh, and Tucker has beef with Cedric. Having beef with MJ doesn't matter. I'm not going to lie to you. I feel like having beef with MJ is the best person to have beef with. Having beef with Tucker, though, it's like having beef with Jim Carrey on The Mask. If Tucker stays, Quinn won't nominate him, so he can't play veto. So Tucker's only chance. Oh yeah, he would. Yeah, he'd probably make him as the replacement nom. That's a good point. Because like putting him on flat out, he's good at those competitions. Do you think Angela's in a good spot? I don't think Angela's gonna win, but I think that Angela's in a spot where she can coast for a little while. It would be good feeds, Prince. If she plays her cards right. Like I don't like. My thing is, I think that she's not a primary target for a while, but I think that she's also going to be an easy block selection every week. But I don't think that she's going to be the main house target. I found it interesting that Cedric was saying that she's the target when that's not really what they talked about in the house. That's why I find so many discrepancies between the edited show and the feeds. I don't know, Lisa. Cedric said he isn't throwing no more competitions. I heard he threw this week's veto. Exactly. Cedric can't play this HOH though. My fantasy draft. All right. I watched the part with Cedric. He told Tucker, yeah, he said that. He said, don't use the veto. We don't have the votes. And then Tucker gaslighted him in this conversation, in this argument that he had later, where he was like, you did not say that. We agreed on this and you did not say that. And I'm like, am I missing something? Remember, next Thursday there's a special episode. I didn't even know that. Do you know that those are the people, or are you just throwing names out there? Or do you specifically know Jag, Taylor, and Cody are going to be on that episode? I almost gave you Cam's picks. I didn't know the latter part. Hey, Juanita. I feel the same way. I'm not rooting for anyone yet. Yeah, there's no strong favorite for me. I don't feel like a strong favorite yet. I want them to flip. Imagine if Tucker wins AI Arena tomorrow and wins veto. He can. That's the whole thing. That's why I'm like, I keep saying, if things stay as they are and Tucker stays on the block, there's a good chance of him going home. But he's winning everything, so that's a big if. I feel like he can take himself down because he's so good at these games. Thank you, Cass. Like the video. I haven't been saying that this year. Please like my video. It will boost me in the algorithms. Tucker thinks he can win every competition. He's arrogant. I mean, he's won, what, 2? He hasn't won HOH, but he's won the two. He's won AI Arena and a veto. He won that AI Arena that last time so easily. It was downright annoying to me. Come on, can he do it for my drafts? Unless he went, he could. That's the thing. Who's he going against? So we only know one person that he's going against so far. We just know Kenny. We don't know the second. Oh, they are? Jag, Taylor. Oh, man. Well, I'm going to just reserve my comments on that. I'm going to reserve my comments. Cedric told Tucker that they don't have the votes, but he never explicitly said that he wasn't going to put up Quinn. But he never explicitly said that he was going to put up Quinn either. And I'm not going to risk myself without a guarantee. Like, I wouldn't risk myself at all, but if I was going to risk myself, you would have to tell me, I guarantee you that if you go on this block, if you stay on this block and take Angela down, that I'm going to put up Quinn. If you don't get that from me, I don't consider that a guarantee, especially not in a Big Brother house. Oh, hey, Chocolate. How are you doing? What are we, 28 minutes? So I'm probably going to be here on another like about 10 minutes or so. Cap it off around 40 minutes. How many votes are you allowed to do? It lets you make that many votes? Like, what? You went out and went back in? That's funny, though. 6 for Quinn, 2 for Joseph, and 2 for Chelsea. So it doesn't limit the amount of votes that you can make? Thanks, Cass. Part of my Tater Top Alliance. I think when jury phase, the 3 nominees, I hope so, because I would like the 2 to come back. I mean, this is okay for early season. When is Chocolate Thunder going to play? Cam is Cam is very shy. Like, when we saw his audition videos, I was like, oh, Cam, charismatic, ladies man. You know, he's gonna woo people. I mean, he does have a couple people who like him. He has Chelsea and he has Leah to an extent, but he's very just quiet and chill. And I feel like they got him because it's like this is the anti-Jared. We want more. We want more on the lines of Xavier and less on the lines of Jared. That's what I feel like they were thinking when they casted him. Thought he was clocking my time. Well, you are 30 minutes late, and I'm going to be here for about 40 minutes. So, unfortunately, I'm going to have to give you about 25% of your pay. 75% is getting docked, but I'm not going to give you a write up. I changed my mind today. I haven't voted yet, but as soon as I get, because I jumped on here basically right after the episode. So as soon as I get off here, I'm going to do my votes and see. No Chelsea vote will be tolerated. You can do 5, and if you watch an ad, you get 5 more. So that means I'm doing 5. I can't do ads. Agreed, Ebony. That's my girl. Not the audio glitch again. 40 minutes, cool. Yep. You were let off generously, chocolate. Chocolate, at this point, to be honest, in, let's see, I started in what, 2022? Was it 2022, I think? You should be fired by now. But I've been so gracious, letting you show up when you want. You just go to the break room and get yourself some coffee, and you take bathroom breaks. You walk around the block. I don't know. I feel like I'm a generous boss for some reason. It's literally just a 30 Big Brother promo. You can handle it. 30 seconds. Is it one ad or is it one ad per vote? If it's like one total ad that lets me vote 5 more times, then I could do it. But if it's like an ad per vote, then no, I would never do that. I do not do well with ads. I have YouTube Premium. I don't watch commercials. I have Paramount Plus, the $10 version, not the $5 version. I spend excessive amount of monies not to watch commercials. One of my money wasters is the fact that I started all these free trials for all these things that cut your commercials out, and I just let the free trials go, and now I pay for them, and it would be hard for me to watch commercials again. They probably will, because, you know, there's always conspiracy theories. Oh, okay, that's not bad. One 30-second ad. Okay, so I'll probably do my 10 votes. I was thinking of it more like 2.5 minutes or like 4 minutes. But if it's 30 seconds to do a whole extra 5 votes, I'll probably do that. That's not a problem. Who would I vote for? That's the question. So Tucker's on the block and Kenny's on the block. And a third person needs to go on the block. I'm not going to put my guy. So I'd probably put some votes for Joe. I'd probably put some votes for Leah. I don't know. I am what? I'm in France and I don't understand you. What? What do you think about the Olympics, Brownino, since you're in France? You got the Olympics front and center. Well, I don't know which part of France you're in. nor do I really know the placement of that comment, but thanks for joining. I live in New York City. There's a range of people here that live in different parts of the US. There's, as far as I know, in this current chat, one person who lives in Canada. And you are the one person who lives in France. That's what's up. And I've got about 4 minutes and 40 seconds before I jump off of here. The episode today, I would give the episode like a 7 out of 10, to be honest with you. I expected more. I was like, oh, this is going to be the episode where they show all the drama. But I understand Big Brother wanting to front load the drama into the Thursday episode. I'm in south of France. The Olympic is good, but I'm not a fan. This is a waste of money. So which part of France is the Olympics? Since you're south of France. No, I'm definitely not doing 40 minutes more. I'm doing 40 minutes total. The episode to end all episodes. Yeah, Thursday is going to be a really good episode. It's going to be so many good things in it because it's going to show us their edited version of the blow up between Tucker and Cedric. It's going to show all the aftermath of all those conversations. And then it's going to show America's vote. It's going to show the AI arena with the two people who are already picked, plus America's vote. And then we are going to have somebody come off the block. There's going to be an elimination. There's going to be an eviction. I keep calling it elimination because I'm so used to the challenge, but there's going to be an eviction. So there's a lot. There's going to be a lot to this Thursday episode. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm a little sad that I missed the challenge episode, but I'll catch it in the morning. And I'm going to do probably an early morning recap because I think that I'm probably going to go to bed within the next hour, barring something amazing happening on the feeds. But usually what happens is I fall asleep and wake up and the amazing stuff happened when I was sleeping. So I could see that happening too. 8.5, that's high for me, but you know, everyone's entitled to their opinion. 7.5, what did I say? 7? Yeah, so Paris and the island, and for the football and other sports in a few nice cities like Nice. I'm butchering these names, I'm sorry. It's probably Nice, Marseille, Bordeaux. I'm in Cannes. I know I'm butchering all those. I'm sorry. I'll rate the show. I'll rate a 7.5. They show Tucker enough. Oh, they didn't show Tucker enough. They're going to show him a lot on Thursday, so you will get your Tucker feel. All right, y'all. Where are we at here? I was kind of here, to be honest, on the Mimi scale for parts of this episode because I just expected a little bit more. Again, it wasn't the worst episode. It wasn't the best episode. It was a pretty good episode. But compared to last Wednesday's episode and the Wednesday before, this was the worst out of the 3 for me. So, it is what it is. I need him in every scene. I'm good. I watched your video earlier on replay. I can relate. Which video? The morning video? I did a morning video. Yeah, I did a morning video summarizing all the stuff with Tucker. Actually, I'm going to be doing morning videos more often because I realized that when I started making these videos, I was doing all my videos like 5, 6 a.m. And that's just the best time for me because that's when my mind is the freshest. That's when I have the least going on. So when I wake up and it's like 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock in the morning, those are just fresh Big Brother thoughts. When I try to do a Big Brother live in the middle of work or I try to do a Big Brother live right after work, I'm trying to compartmentalize work and Big Brother, and it just doesn't give me a feeling of being able to do that. It's more like I'm trying to force myself to get these topics up. But when I'm up and I'm fresh and it's early, I actually quite enjoy that. Despite the fact that I do the live and I go right back to bed. I like doing the lives in the morning, so I'm probably going to get back to that. Later, Edward. All right. Not annoyed, Mimi. Worse than Sunday? No, Wednesday episodes are always better than Sunday. I said compared to the last two Wednesday episodes. That's what I said. Uh, it's I didn't even know you watched the show. You were saying that like you don't watch the show. Okay, so you do watch the show. It's like they want casual people to vote against Cam or what? They didn't show anything that would make people want to vote against Cam or Chelsea, in my opinion. Morning lives bring back memories. Okay, I'm just reading these last comments and then I'm hopping up. All right. So thank you all for joining me here. I appreciate everybody for joining. And please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell to get notified of when I drop some more great content. Thanks, everybody, and have a great Wednesday night.